Ooh. Kapinga vlog, welcome, Chi, beautiful Chi. How's everybody doing? I think I need a third device so I can do stuff in the chat and play music. Ooh, I put some of that hot honey in the coffee. Spicy. I'm just hanging out, so if anybody wants to talk about anything, bring it up. Hot honey in the coffee, so my coffee's spicy too.
You talking to me? You talking to her? You talking to?
Live stream on YouTube. Naburi Segi. Good music. What all did you want to do today? What all did you want to do today?
I'm sitting on the 15th at the restaurant, stuff that. Somebody go to Walmart, go for it. Pick up some mouse traps too.
I'd get some of the sticky mouse traps. Those were great. I put like some cheese and some of the couple pieces of Ash's dog food in the sticky trap. They go right after that. Zesty. And that's some good coffee. Did you drink all your coffee, Chi? My voice is breaking up because I got spicy coffee. Gary's Kitchen. Right done, welcome. Why is that being done? There we go. There we go. Turn down so I'm not getting feedback. There you go, Gary. You got a wrench. Marion, welcome. It's actually almost 4 p.m. here, Saturday. Whoops. Ash, come on. Stay here. Now you're stuck. How's everybody doing? ¿Cómo está, capo? Same here, Marion. Where are you? Same time. Yep, neighboring state. Except for 3 years in Hawaii. I've been here since 1995. What do you do there, Marion? I definitely like this new tripod. It makes things a lot easier. I know we have hummingbirds around here, but I don't have any hummingbird feeders set up. I buy very long power cords, which is useful, but also sometimes a pain in the butt. Foxgloves. Wonder if it'd let me play music through another app while looking at my live feed on my other phone. I don't know. Nope, it won't let me do that. But that was just YouTube music. 86 there. It is. It says 78 here. It's probably 80 because it's usually warmer at my house or colder at my house than in town where the weather station is. Well, the app says we have 4 viewers. The live camera says 1 viewer. That's okay. Maybe it's just Chi in here with me. We'll just hang out. Maybe it's just Chi in here with me. We'll just hang out. It's really good flavor. It's not the plain Death Wish. It's toasted almond and biscotti. This one is with honey. It's good. And then I use Italian sweet cream creamer in it. It's very good. And it's got way more caffeine. I'm all about the caffeine. Let's see, comments. Nobody else there. Um, 5, dashboard. Says I have 59.4 hours. It should be more than that, but I'll take what I can get. Let's see what's my. Well, at least my studio has changed. It now says I have 49 hours. I don't know why. One tab says I have like 57, and the earn tab says I have 49. Maybe it just takes longer to register. So I only need 2,951 hours to get monetized and math. Reach 500, I'll say it that way, reach 500 subscribers. Santa Oil. When you said that thing earlier, Chi, you said Pancit or whatever, I was thinking the food Pancit, you made me hungry. I said Santa oil. Sometimes Jasper says Santa oil. I say Santa oil. And that's not making fun of anything in the Philippines. We joke about phrases in the US too. So, with me being on submarines, everybody and everything is. Everything is open for joke lang. Yeah, well, I want pancit that you cook, bola bola. Is that what we're doing? We're having a Saturday afternoon bola bola session. Make story. Bola bola. All right. I don't know who else is in here. We got a lurker and we have Chi. So I guess Chi, you got to ask me something. Oh, now we just have one. I don't know if it counts my second device, so I could be talking to myself. Say hello, Chip.
Hi.
Yeah, I know Guy's not here.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Yep, I know. I was just waiting it down. She says hello, Chip. That part used to be green. That's where the green is in my picture in the avatar. Are you making fun of my hair, Chi? It's definitely cooler. My head doesn't get so hot. Maybe I should start doing it green again, just so I'm recognizable. Talk to Jester about what? You're live? Yes. Yeah, it was bright green. Didn't I send you pictures of that? See if I can find them. They might be on the phone that's live streaming. I'll show you my goatee when it was before my first divorce, when it was not gray yet. Kubran, hello. Here's a picture of my parents and my son. I think it's like 2 years ago. They went to Hawaii to visit him. She's probably like, oh my gulai. For about a month before I chopped off my goatee, I dyed it blue. So my hair was green and my goatee was blue. Did you see when my goatee was blue? This was when I had just done it, and so I had like dye on my. No, I'm in the shipyard. I can do whatever I want in the shipyard. I work for the Navy, but I'm not military anymore, so I can do whatever I want. This is my sister and her boyfriend. We were both adopted separately, so no, we don't look anything alike because we're not blood relatives. Yeah, that song's good. Here's another picture of my son. Ben, welcome. All right. Yeah, Chi gets us saying all sorts of funny things. She's got me saying Hanako as my exit phrase for my videos and live streams. Yep, Chi's the managing moderator. Where I'm located in general, Seattle area. I'm west of Seattle, the Kitsap Peninsula, kind of near Bremerton, Washington. Oh, nice. Iced Death Wish coffee, delicious. It is 79, 80 degrees right now, sunny, a little bit of clouds, mostly blue sky, nice breeze. So I'm using those DJI mics. They work very nice, and it's a set of them. So the case actually will charge them and charge everything in there. It comes with 2 mics and the receiver, and it's got a USB-C and a lightning adapter. 300 degrees in Houston, nice. Let me back that up. Oh no, we lost Chi. She lost internet again. Yeah, the DJIs are really nice. I know the Rode mics are very good, but I liked the functionality on the DJIs. And so the set I got is $250. They just came out with the DJI Mic 2s. I'm almost tempted to get those because I was thinking about getting a DJI Osmo 3, and I don't think, yeah, these mics cannot connect to it, but you can connect. I'm out of sync. Well, I am on Starlink, but I have a big black walnut tree behind my house, so it kind of messes with the Starlink satellite signal from time to time. It's just a visibility thing. That tree needs to go away. Is it still bad? So the DJI Mic 2s, you can connect one of them to the Osmo 3. You can also, they have Bluetooth, so you can skip using the receiver and connect it directly to the phone. The only problem with that is when you use Bluetooth it to the phone, you don't get the noise cancellation or the backup audio recording, which is nice if you're using the receiver because it records the audio and you can also have it record up to like 15 hours of audio on the mics themselves. So let's say the receiver screwed up the audio or something else happened with the audio track for the video. If you are recording it on the mics, then you can just overlay it back on so you don't lose it, because some people were talking about reviewing other mics on Amazon, and one of them was at a big like tech expo and interviewed somebody important, and the audio track was messed up, and he did not have a separate audio recording. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody or not. So you have to comment often. Okay, you're back. So I don't know what the last thing was you heard. The DJI Mic 2s have Bluetooth on them, so you can connect one of the mics to a DJI Osmo 3 vlog camera, which is nice because it's so small. And you can also Bluetooth connect the mics to your phone, but when you do that, you lose the sync. Yeah, you can also, where was I? If you Bluetooth them to your phone, you lose the noise cancellation and the internal voice track recording. But if on both the original DJI mics and the DJI Mic 2s, if you're using the receiver, then it's got noise cancellation to help cut out extra stuff, but it also can record up to 15 hours of audio. So if you're recording something important and you turn on the recording and your audio track for your video gets messed up, but you were recording it on the mics, then you can recover it and overlay it back onto the video. So it gives you a backup basically of your audio. So you don't just lose it if something goes wrong between the receiver and the phone. If something messes up, you can keep that. Yeah, built-in recording. Those ones are $350. So what I may do is I may go ahead and order the DJI Mic 2s, and then when I get to Negros, I may donate the ones that I'm using right now to Chi. So that would be, I think, useful for her.
What type? Or
My buddy Chip's here from Nebraska. He's on the phone if you hear somebody talking in the background. But yeah, they have really good audio.
okay, with the bed over the truck, with the bed over the front.
Yeah, I really like the DJIs. I initially was going to just get a $50 set of mics,
It's got a,
and they
it's got
only
a bed over the-
had like
over
a
the front.
75-foot range. The DJIs have over 800-foot range. Yeah, I
Mine's
just use my
35 foot.
phone. I don't have a separate camera right now.
Okay.
But I was having trouble getting the right
I've seen
version
those before.
of the Bear Blog mics.
And they would be okay.
You can, on Amazon, you can
something
select
you'd be in
Lightning
long term.
or
At least I wouldn't want to do
USB-C, and I had USB-C selected, and 3 times
that. You know, if you're looking at
they
weekend
sent
trips
me
or something
the
like that, or
Lightning edition, which I can't use on an,
okay.
an Android. So after I'd ordered them, then I left a comment on Geo
Then
in
I
the
would go with
Philippines,
Class A.
one of his videos, and asked him what mics he was using, and he said the DJIs.
Okay, I would go with a bigger one.
So I ended up, after the third round of getting the wrong mic
5 to 38.
from Bear Vlog through Amazon, I said, okay, forget it. I'm just going to order the DJIs. And I got those. And of course, 2 months later, they came out with the DJI
Looks like
mics
it's
too. So I think the Bluetooth may be a nice addition,
Especially to
because there's times that I need to charge my phone and I cannot charge my phone and use the receiver.
Okay.
I got a USB-C splitter, and I was hoping I could plug the receiver into the splitter and charge the phone
Dining
and
room,
use the mics at the same
living
time,
room.
but it doesn't like that, something with
And
the
my TV's
electronics,
got
so I can't do that. So
two driver
if
seats.
I get the DJI mic 2s, then I can
Okay.
Bluetooth the mic to the phone
So I mean, you got
and
room to move around compared to not your
have a
DJ
charging
stuff.
cable going to my phone. So
Am I making
I
sense?
might lose a little bit of audio quality. Yeah, it was. I think it'll still be useful
Yeah.
because I can use the
No, I know what you're talking about.
splitter
I know
to
what you're
plug
talking
in
about.
like
Yeah, I would get a bigger one.
memory cards and stuff if I want to pull things off.
After your first
But it also has a
round with
HDMI
that,
out, so I can
then
plug the
you're gonna
USB-C
be just looking at yourself
into
going,
my
I want to upgrade. I
Samsung
want to upgrade. I
phone,
want to upgrade.
and with Samsung DeX going HDMI out, it'll put my phone on a big screen TV or a monitor, and it
Yeah, mine's not. Oh,
because the Ultra phones
2023?
have a better processor, it changes the interface
sound like a
from
bad
phone
deal.
mode to tablet mode, so it's almost like using a computer, I guess,
2023,
maybe
that
like
doesn't sound
a
like a bad deal.
Samsung tablet,
I mean, when I bring
and you
mine
can
out,
use the apps and stuff. So yeah, they're not cheap, but they've got a lot of really nice features over the way the roads are. The roads may
24
have
grand, that doesn't
better
sound like a bad deal at all, bad.
audio for some things, but the features of the DJI is really.
Once you get in there, you're gonna put in the meter.
Excuse me.
But
Sealed it for me.
24 grand. You'll get your money back out of it. Yeah.
And it does have an audio out, and you can plug in a set of headphones directly into the DJI receiver for monitoring. So it's a pretty slick set, and the fact that it charges itself in the carry case is nice also. So
I bet you Blue.
Well, I'm bummed we lost Chi for now. Hopefully her internet comes back.
I mean, when I bring mine out there, we're going to be working on you. You know that.
I don't know how loud Chip is on my phone right now.
I found out the other day that the normal person has anywhere from 15 to 25.
You guys got any questions or things you want to talk about? I'm really mainly doing this just to hang out with people and try and work on my watch hours. I'm up to 157 subscribers, but I'm only at about 49 watch hours out of the 3,000 I need. So I need more subscribers and I need lots of watch hours.
And remember me telling you?
I don't know what we're having for dinner. Chip made hamburgers for lunch, so we ate those right before I came on.
You know, you just press the button, you hold it in. It like.
I'll show you the DJI case again in case you had lost me when I showed it.
Because it shows me everything live.
So it's got 2 mics, and it's got a lightning adapter and a USB-C adapter.
Interference? No. I'm here.
No worry, Ben. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming, and maybe you can leave it on in the background or something. Yeah, it's the DJI mic set. You can order like 1 mic, but it's worth it to get the whole set. So you get the receiver, all the adapters, and 2 mics. And another thing I mentioned, you might have been gone. I don't know. It's probably like 500 or 1,000 cycles. But the audio, the mic life is the battery life on the mics per charge is like, I think 12 to 15 hours. So you can use them for a long time. What else? So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna have for dinner yet. The last 2 nights we had steak and shrimp. Chip's been barbecuing. He got a little $14 basic charcoal grill, and he's been grilling, and we just been enjoying hanging out and doing stuff. And I got a mini tripod for putting on a table, and it's got the legs are bendable, so if you have it, you can put it on a table, or you can bend them around onto like a pole or a handrail, whether it's vertical or horizontal. And then it's got 2 bendable arms. Right now I've got 2 lights on it, but you can have like a light and a shotgun mic or something on it. So that's super helpful, and it's simplifying my live stream setup quite a bit. And I can do live streams outside now that I have the lights. I came last night.
Who's Alex?
Brian. Yeah. His actual name's Brian.
Huh?
His actual name's Brian. Alex's name is Brian.
Brian.
I knew his name wasn't actually Alex, but I couldn't remember what it was. What do you have to say?
Nothing about RV.
Whoa! I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Mic battery will last, I think, about 15 hours while shooting. And if I'm using only one mic and it runs out, then I can swap out to the other mic, and you can actually plug a cord in and charge the receiver while it's still going. So theoretically, I could go for like 30 hours. Sorry, Kubran. Remember Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. That guy's a funny actor. I liked him in The Walking Dead. You gotta add the y'all. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Can't really help the...
Dude, Mary Poppins was a hell of a lot cuter than you.
Yeah, I'm referring to Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
Okay.
He's like... That blue guy, when he whistles, he's got those little dart things that fly around, and he's holding one, and it's like lowering him down to the ground, and they're like, "You look like Mary Poppins. Is he cool?" "Yeah, he's cool." And he's like, "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all." Yeah, the mics are attached to me, so I can't really help it if I have to blow my nose. Sorry. I'm not entirely sure how to mute it and then reconnect it. Yeah, I use Flonase, the generic Flonase, so I'll order that in out there. Wow, Sana all. This puts me in an interesting position, Chi, because I'm allowed to say things here in my stream, however, comma, we have one of your viewers in here, so I don't know. I don't know how that works. She's probably like, "Oh my gula, what do I do now?" Sexy cooking. Let's see. I am connected, and I will give you moderator. There you go. Welcome, Sexy Cooking. Yeah, Ben, if you're still listening, I put some of the hot honey into my coffee, so it's spicy coffee. I like basically everything to be spicy. Ben's not here. Ben's sleeping or in the shower, as always. Five what, Kubran? Yeah, that was going for a ride.
Well, your problem is this thing isn't going through. It's stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck. I'm trying to keep it from bending over because it doesn't stay very good. So I put the zip ties on there. But this is supposed to vent it, and it's not venting.
Yeah, but this isn't clicking in.
Yeah, that's why I put the zip ties on it.
Yeah. I don't know. I would take a screwdriver and a hammer and pop it right there. See if you could loosen it up or pop it.
I don't
on
think
the
it pops.
backside.
I think maybe it needs to be tightened with an Allen wrench.
It's not an Allen.
Yeah, it's an Allen.
Okay, it's round.
What?
It's round.
Uh-oh.
I have Allen wrenches.
Whew. Son of all. Oh, I lost my, there we are. Yeah, black pepper's good too. That's actually, sometimes I'll put, man, what's that Indian spice that turns everything yellow? Turmeric. Sometimes I'll put turmeric in my coffee because it's a good antioxidant. But to get the curcumin, they recommend a little bit of black pepper because the pepperine in it helps the absorption of the curcumin or whatever. Yeah, believe it or not, it tastes funny the first couple times you make it, but put like a tablespoon of turmeric in your coffee, and I put it straight into the coffee, but you can brew it through. But you know, I figure I'm getting more of it if I put it in the actual coffee cup. But then I'll put some black pepper in the coffee grounds, and sometimes some cinnamon and some cayenne. Turmeric's good, but it doesn't give you caffeine, and I need caffeine. Well, maybe half a tablespoon, whatever for your taste, but I have problems with my knees from the Navy, so turmeric helps quite a bit. The inflammation and pain in my knees too. I had to stop coffee for years because it tends to tear up my gut, but that's one of the reasons I like Death Wish. Death Wish does not tear up my gut. Starbucks will, and it's a lot cheaper if I get the Death Wish. Yeah, I don't use a French press, but I use one of the Ninja coffee makers, and they've got the dual brew now. So it's got a module you can put in it and either use coffee grounds or you swap the module out and you can use pods like you would in a Keurig. If you want coffee, you might get like a small bag of Death Wish and see how it affects you because I can drink Death Wish and it doesn't mess up my gut. Yeah, that dual brew Ninja is amazing. And one of the other nice things on it, it's got a switch on the side, or a switch on the side, and it's got a separate tube and pump, so you can have hot water. So let's say you want to make instant oatmeal or tea or something, you can have hot water come right out of the Ninja, and like I said, it uses a different tube and path, so it's not dragging coffee taste with it. So you've got hot water very quickly, and you can do regular brew for coffee, classic, rich brew. They can't call it espresso because it's not pressurized, so they call it specialty coffee, but it's essentially making espresso. But you can also put it on iced, and it changes the temperatures and how quickly it brews the coffee as far as putting the water in. So you get a big cup and you put ice in the cup and it brews the coffee right into the cup of ice, and it accounts for the ice melt so you don't get watered down coffee. It could be a hugging, kissing couple. We're in my live stream, so I'm going to say it. No, that's not you and Chi. Chi and I are together now. Sana all. Mine. Yep. As of yesterday, Chi and I are together. I'll probably get smacked later, but I was told I could say whatever I wanted in my live stream, so I am. Yes, it is. It's Chi and KuyaStorm. We're super excited. I've got my passport application in yesterday. Expedited processing and shipping. They said 2 to 3 weeks, and I should have my passport. So Ben, the rule is I'm allowed to talk about it here and in like Jasper's live stream, but we don't discuss Chi and I in Chi's live stream for now. Passport bro, future expat. You had a feeling, Kubran? What gave you that feeling? Yeah, it's been coming for a little while, but I'm super excited. She's such a sweetheart and obviously absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you look at the Filipina vloggers, and I think I got pretty amazingly lucky and got the most beautiful one of the bunch. I'm sure she's blushing right now. I wish I could see. So I've already been talking to my home buyer, and I didn't move out. Addendum to the house sale agreement was the rental agreement, and it was supposed to end in February, but I talked to him like a week ago that I was considering moving it up dramatically, and yeah, instead of going to the Philippines in February or March, I don't know the exact date yet, but I'm gonna, well, because it's gonna depend when the passport comes, because I don't know of anything that would slow up my passport. Well, there's one thing. I had a tax debt, but when I sold the house, I got the money within like 24 hours, and I paid off that bill to the IRS. So if that comes back as a holdup, I can show them immediately that I paid it off and have them talk to the IRS and get that restriction lifted if they do one. Yeah, well, she gets up at like 5:30 for her sorry store, so that helps that I can live putting the facts together. What's that about Chi and I? Yeah. Can you see this the giant smile that's like up to the top of my head? Sweetie Slots, welcome. So as long as there's no snags, I'll have the passport in 2 to 3 weeks, and then I will start looking at flights. I also need to verify that I can't bring my dog until I get a SRRV, which would be after I turn 50 next March. I think I think they'll make me wait to bring my black lab until I have that, because you have to do a 6-month in-home, well, on your property, on your home, in your home, on your lot, quarantine, even if you have all the vaccinations and a letter from the veterinarian. So I feel like they would not let me bring him in on a tourist visa, although maybe if we wrote up sale paperwork and I was selling him to Chi, that might work. I would prefer to bring him with me immediately. That's about the only way I could think of to get around it, would be that somebody in the Philippines was buying him from me and I was coming on vacation but delivering him to them as well. Maybe that would work. I need to get some information, but I hope I don't have to leave him here until after I get the SRRV, because I can't file for that until my birthday when I turn 50, and then I don't know how long it takes to process and get approved. But he's my buddy. My parents got him for me for Christmas of 2022. And yeah, always a workaround in the Philippines. That just came into my head as I was talking to you guys, so that might be a workaround. Yeah, I got him for Christmas from my parents 2022. I think I said 23, 2022, because my anxiety was real bad. It's been getting better since I've been looking at going to the Philippines. But my anxiety and depression was bad, so they got him to help me have company. And the way he acts, you would think he's had service animal training, because he knows when I'm stressed out or my anxiety is up. And if I'm laying on my bed, he'll be extra snuggly coming and checking on me, and he'll come over and lay his whole body across my chest like he's giving deep compression therapy. And I didn't teach him to do that. He just instinctively knows how to do it. And two of his siblings from another litter just got accepted last winter, to two of them to be service dogs and one of them to be something else, maybe not a full service dog, but yeah. So he's a full blood, purebred English Labrador. He was sold to my parents are friends with the breeder. They're in the same kennel club, and they sold him to my mom as pet quality, but I think he is actually show quality. Jester, welcome. I think he's actually show quality, but the fact that siblings of his from another litter, same mom and dad, shows you what a good, they got accepted as service dog, shows you what a good bloodline he's in. And he just instinctively knows how to do some service dog type things without actually having service dog training. He's laying next to me on the ground here. He's such a sweetheart. He knows I'm talking about him. How you doing, buddy? Ash. Hey, sit. So good, baby. What are you doing? Woo. Thanks. I just started getting these. These are from company. There's different companies, but this one is KuyaStorm on Amazon. It's a linen one. I also got kind of a light tan one and then a white one. So I'm getting some linen shirts. They're supposed to be pretty good for the hot weather. Planning on Philippines or travel. Mainly Philippines. Maybe we'll do a little trip here and there to Thailand or Vietnam or something. We'll just have to see how things go, but my focus is being in the Philippines for until they kick me out. And if I leave, it'll be to visit family, like go visit my kids, visit my parents, or if there's an emergency or something I have to renew. But my intention is to be living permanently in the Philippines. So it's not a vacation thing. This is a move for my retirement, for my new life. And my new life includes the beautiful Chi. And we're pretty excited already. Even though it's a new thing, we just, it's like click, click, click. Well, nice thing about these is These are actually long sleeve. They have short sleeve versions, but they've got the piece here so when you roll them up, it keeps them rolled up. So I can roll them up to be a little cooler, or I can put them down if I'm starting to get eaten alive by mosquitoes. Trying to think, I need to get a few more pairs of shorts. Oh no, she lost her internet again. All right, so we've lost Chi again. Let's see. Yeah, so you might check those Kufendi shirts out. Which thing? No, she's not listening. Pretty sure we've covered this and you've been in there when I've discussed it, but I'm happy to talk about it because there's always new people. I am planning on moving to Negros, and that was the plan before I knew Chi at all. Sorry, I have Chi on Facebook Messenger, which she is able to use without her internet because it defaults back to SMS, at least in the Philippines. So I've been looking at these shirts for a long time. I think linen will shrink a little bit. This one is an XL because I got 3 shirts that are 2X, but they seemed really big. But Chip says they'll shrink a bit, so I need to wash. I'll wash one in case they don't shrink as much as I want. I can ship 2 of them back if I wash one and they don't shrink enough. But the XL out of the package fits great, but after I wash them. Who is Gav? Welcome, Gav. Let me take a look. 15 subscribers. I am already subscribed to you, Gav, so subscribe back if you're not. Watching lots and lots of videos. Leyte is pretty, but I don't think there's big mountains. I think the main ones I've seen that have big mountains are Luzon, which is the main one where Manila is, and Negros. But I could be totally wrong on that, on mountains. And I'm from Oregon State, and I've lived most of my life, though, in Washington State. And I like forests and mountains, you're going to have, I think, more waterfalls and stuff. So for me and what I like, I think Negros is the good choice. I'm blonde, so bear with me. I look off in the distance and process. Gotta organize my thoughts. The wind has come up, so my umbrella is trying to Mary Poppins me out of here. I'm just gonna put it down. There we go. Now that's not a problem. Yep, I'm super excited too. So, I think Baguio would be nice, but that's far from Chi. I don't know. From the videos, the vibe I got is that I think Negros is a better fit for me. And you're close to being at Duma. You're close to hop over to what's the one right next to Duma by boat? I think it's either Siargao or Siquijor. I think it's Siargao. So you're close to Siargao. I think it's relatively easy to get to Bohol. You can get to Cebu, and then from Cebu to other places. So it's the other thing that I looked at was the way I am, I would be fine in province. Hi, Naomi Starosa. I am subscribed to you now, Naomi. And we'll give Naomi moderator. Sorry, I'm doing things. I want to be, well, I could be fine in deep province as long as I have water, electricity, and Starlink internet. I want to be able to be within a reasonable distance from a hospital. So while Dumaguete has an okay hospital, the objective there is if I need to, I can take a flight to Cebu for a hospital or take a flight further to Manila to go to St. Luke's, or I can do a quick flight to Cebu and grab an international flight back to the US if I need to do something in a hurry, but I'm stable enough to do it. So I've looked at Valencia, Darwin, Bakong, around Duma. I don't want to be in Duma. I'm not going to Duma to be around all the other expats. It just fits for my needs and kind of my safety net of being near a hospital or near even a small airport to get to another hospital or another airport. So that's kind of my reasoning there. And I can't remember if it's in June or early in July. United or one of the big airlines is, for a while anyway, starting daily, if not multiple daily, direct flights from San Francisco to Cebu. So I would rather fly direct, and I would rather fly direct to Cebu than fly to Manila and then probably to Cebu and probably to Dumaguete. I don't know if they have flights from Manila to Duma. They might. I think they may have that from Manila to Dumaguete, but I'm just trying to simplify things a bit. So that's my reasoning on Negros. No, I'm not going to book until I have my passport in hand, because if I buy tickets, that's like tempting Murphy of Murphy's Law, right? So that would be like, hang on, I'm pulling a power cord. That would be like bad juju tempting Murphy. So I'm not going to book anything until I have my passport in hand. And once I have my passport, that's basically removed all of the roadblocks to going over there. But so we'll find out. Vancouver, then to PH. Yeah, but where in the Philippines? Is it Manila? I don't want to go to Manila first, really. If I was going to fly into Luzon, I would prefer to fly into Clark. Jasper doesn't like that idea, but expensive expat Daryl flies in and out of Clark. And the reason for that is you don't have the big lines. And yeah, you're further from Manila, but he doesn't live in Manila. And he says he clears immigration and customs in 20 minutes instead of like queuing up in line for 2 hours trying to get through Manila Airport, depending on the time frame. So I'll look at Air Canada, but it would depend if it's going to Manila or to Cebu. I would rather go. Is it Cebu or Cebu? I don't know. I say it both ways sometimes. I don't know which is the right way. I've heard it said both ways by Filipinos too, so I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Manila to Duma. Nice. That's cheap. But I mean, I'm sure it's probably even possibly cheaper from Cebu to Duma. I just know a lot of people complain about trying to not so much fly into Manila, but yeah, Manila Airport's shocking if you have a layover, which you would probably have a layover. And I've heard it's a pain in the butt just getting from one terminal to another terminal. In fact, Gio in his video coming back in said he was tired and just wanted to get it over with. But he recommends if you fly into Manila and you're continuing on to somewhere like Dumaguete, he recommends just overnighting in Manila, fly in, get a hotel, get rested up, and then in the morning take a grab or a trike to the actual Manila airport terminal that you're going to fly out of next. He said that is easier than trying to get from one terminal to the other, because in his video, I guess they were riding a bus from one terminal to the other, and I don't remember whose fault it was, but there was a big garbage truck or dump truck or some kind of big truck, and they frickin' ran into each other. And I guess the two drivers argued for like half hour or 45 minutes on part of the tarmac, arguing over whose fault it was and who was going to do what. So I've got to figure out, since I'm not planning on getting a round trip, so I'll probably book a one-way with I'll use the service that Gio recommends, which is I think Onward Flight or Onward Flights. I think it's on his website. And I think he said it's like $16 or $17 for basically a throwaway ticket that qualifies for what they want to look for to see that you have another flight basically exiting the Philippines. So, and that's what a lot of people do when they're on a tourist visa and they want to extend their visa. They'll spend the $16 to get a ticket from Onward Flights to show immigration that they have a ticket just in case immigration doesn't grant their extension. People say it seems to depend. Sometimes they ask, sometimes they don't. But if you don't, then they won't let you through immigration. You'll have to get out of line, get a ticket, and then get back in line. So let's say you're going through Manila and you've waited for an hour and 45 minutes in line, and then you get kicked out of line because they do ask and you don't have a follow-on ticket, and then you got to get back in line for another 2 hours. Blow $16. So that's what I intend on doing. I'll get my flight to where I'm going. I'll get an onward ticket from Onward Flights or Onward Tickets, whatever the hell it's called. So that's kind of my intent. I'm going to keep this. I have two phones. I need to turn one off. They just changed personal electronics policies at the shipyard. So I no longer need to have a second phone here, because the policy was no camera phones, and they've modified that a bit. So I can turn this one off. So that'll save me $100 a month, especially since I'm moving. I wouldn't need it anyway, and I'm leaving the shipyard. But I'm gonna outright buy an S24 Ultra. Initially, I was going to come in February or March. I was hoping the 25 Ultra would be out by then. See whatever battery upgrades. I think they've been talking for like 2 years now. They may have some a little bit different battery tech where it charges fast but also has more battery cycles. And I think they're probably going to have, possibly on the S25 Ultra, some variant of the Snapdragon X processor. So I think the S25 Ultra is going to be a beast. It was really just a marginal improvement on the S24 Ultra. In fact, it's so marginal that I might even, if they're still selling I'll look, I don't know, I'll see how much they are through Verizon, and I'll look probably around the 4th of July when they're running another set of sales. And I'll either from Verizon or Samsung outright buy either an, said safe, glad you safe. I'll outright buy an S24 Ultra, or if they have the 23s, I'll get another S23 Ultra, one of the two. The like the A series Samsungs are not great, so a lot of people have those because they don't want to buy the high-end flagship devices, and I can see why they complain about lower-end Samsung phones. But man, the high-end ones are Gucci. Yeah, but I mean, if you could get Jester, if they, let's say like, I don't know who your provider is, but check your provider or check the Samsung store and see if they're still selling 23 Ultras. Because that would, if they do, they may have phased them out completely, but if they have them, you could probably get the 512 gig S23 Ultra at a very good price. And I would just go ahead and get it. But I mean, I'm not going to wait. Even if I have to come back after my SRRV visa to get my dog Ash, I'm not going to wait on getting my other phone because I need to have a US phone and a phone for the Philippines. So if you can find an S23 Ultra, even if it's used, refurbished, yeah, look for an S23 Ultra. Get the Ultras. They're worth the extra money, especially if you can get an S23 Ultra. And at worst case, you know, let's say next year you get a S25, then you just rotate the phones around and sell the one that's your secondary phone now. So no, the S24 is good. There's just, for me, there wasn't a reason to like upgrade from the S23 Ultra and trade in my 23 for a 24 because it was a marginal increase. So I was just gonna, since I wasn't originally planning on moving until early, mid, or late March next year, I can almost guarantee that I could have had a S25 Ultra by that time. But since I'm moving sooner, I'm either going to get an S24 Ultra or an S23 Ultra, pay for it outright and get it unlocked so I can put a, look and see what you can get. So make sure you get an Ultra. And if you can get a brand new S23 Ultra or a refurbished one, I would probably get one of those. But if they're like not available, welcome back, Chi. If they're not available, then get an S24 Ultra. But I mean, they've already added the AI features to the 23s, and I think even the 22s. And so, you know, if you're worried about wanting to have an S25 Ultra like I was mentioning, then the best option would be to get an S23 Ultra, and then when the S25 comes out on one of your rotations back to the US, get an S25, and then you've got two relatively newer phones, and they're both high-end phones, so the performance is fantastic on the cameras, the battery life, the processors. I really have zero issues ever with my Ultra, and I recommend, where's my case? Spigen, getting Spigen cases. They don't have the, I think it's the Cryo Spigen. I think they only have that for the iPhones, but the United flight from Alaska that had the door blowout, there were two phones that went out. One of them, maybe both of them survived, but one of them was a Spigen case. And that thing survived in a Spigen case from 16,000 feet. And I've been using Spigen cases for like 3 or 4 years anyway. I get the Tough Armor ones. It's kind of a cross between semi-slim and semi-rugged. They have one that's more rugged, but it doesn't have a built-in kickstand. Tux Vlogs, welcome. Let's see. Whoops. Undo. Alright, I am connected to Tux Vlogs. Hello, you get moderator. So Jester, I would get another phone. You're gonna need it because you need one that you can. I'm doing well, thank you. You need one that is unlocked. Like right now, my S23 is locked to Verizon, and it's on a payment plan, which is cheap because I got $1,000 out of $1,000 on my trade-in. But Verizon and T-Mobile and AT&T are in trouble with the FCC right now because they're deceptive about the trade-in. You don't get it all at once. They break that trade-in into monthly bill discounts. So I'm not going to pay off my S23 right now because I still have like 2 years or a year and a half left on my discounts. Because if I pay it off right now, then I lose a huge chunk of my discount from my S20 trade-in. So since the S23 Ultra is locked to Verizon because I'm still making payments, I cannot put a Philippines SIM card in it. And I don't really want to deal with swapping SIMs, so I'm going to just outright buy an S24 Ultra or another S23 Ultra, one of the two. And if one of them is an S24, then I'm going to make that the one that has the Philippines SIM, because I asked Jasper about that, and he said make the better phone be the one on the Philippines networks and SIMs. I think that's so you have better radios and stuff. So my recommendation, Jester, is definitely do go ahead and get a phone, but try and get an S23 Ultra. If you can't, get an S24 Ultra, but don't do it on payments. Pay it outright so that you can get it unlocked. And you can tell that from like in the about phone settings. It'll tell you if it's locked or unlocked, or some wording to that, or you can ask your provider. But I'm not even going to get a service plan with the other one because I'm going to get a plan when I get to the Philippines. But you don't want to buy electronics if you can help it in the US. They're cheaper. I'm sorry, in the Philippines. They're cheaper in the US. So you don't want to wait and buy a phone in the Philippines. Does that help? Does that answer the question? So it looks like Jasper has a video premiering. He'll probably go live after that. So I'm at an hour and a half right now. I'll probably keep going until his video premieres. And then I'll probably go off for a while, recharge my phone since I can't charge it while the mic receiver is in it, and hang out in Jasper's live and then go live again after Jasper's live. So we probably got another 45 minutes unless Jasper goes live before 9 a.m. Philippines. We'll see. Yeah, the premiere's at 9, depending how long the video is. It's usually a 10 or 15 minute video. He'll probably go live at 9:15 or 9:30. And then however long he goes, I intend to go live again afterwards, unless he does a almost like 3-hour live like he did yesterday, because that was just too close to a cheese live stream. So the intent is to do another live stream All right, so we covered phones, why I want to go to Negros. I think Ben went away because he's busy doing things and he's crying because Chi and I are together. But when he asked if that was, it looked like a hugging emoji, if that was him and Chi, no, I had to put the hammer down on that and make sure everything was understood. Mine Filipina. Maya Longa. And how lucky, my goodness. I don't think my face can smile any bigger without breaking something. All right. New topic, new question, somebody. And except for the occasional slowdown because of the tree that's blocking line of sight to Starlink, causing problems. If you're wondering if Starlink is any good, I'm live streaming on Starlink right now. And I can stream 4K HDR. In fact, I could probably have multiple devices in the house live streaming 4K HDR on the Starlink. So yeah, it's expensive in the US. I heard it's like $70 in the Philippines, which is expensive for Filipinos, but it's about half the price, a little less than half the price of what I'm paying here in the US. I pay $120. Now, if I wanted to move it around, which it's probably more than 70 US in the Philippines if you have a mobility plan. In the US, a residential plan, which means you can't take it from place to place, is 120. A mobility plan is 150, but they also put more of a cap on your speeds, and your downloads are not prioritized. So you do get a little bit of a speed cap, and if there's high network traffic, which I wouldn't think there would be in the Philippines, a mobility service plan is not prioritized, I believe, unless you pay the really big fee, which is like the high performance dish is like $2,500, and I think that service plan is like $500 a month. But I know that sounds crazy, but it's not intended for somebody like me. That's intended for somebody with like a yacht. That's really what that's meant for. So I'm kind of at a loss. Anybody else have anything? Or this is fun. I enjoy this now. I look forward to this like every day, but I can't do it every day because of my work schedule. I get home too late, and by the time when I get home from work is basically right when Chi's going live. So until I'm no longer a secret, I'll only be able to go live on days off for the weekend. Once I'm not a secret, then maybe we could, I saw an option for inviting people to mutual stream, so that would be fun to try sometime. You're reading the chats, catching up. I don't think there was anything too crazy in the chats to read. Jester, are you still there? Did you hear what I said about the phones? I never know until somebody gives me a thumbs up or got it or something. Now I'm reading chats. Dogs are life. Haha. Ben had a ring and a veil. Good times. Um, the spicy feels good in my mouth, and it also helps. That's probably helping clear my nose a little bit, even though I'm a little stuffed up. The Flonase does really good because I used to get horrible allergies in the summertime, and about the only thing that would work was Benadryl, which then knocks me out or makes me like a zombie. So I'm glad I'm not having to take Benadryl during the day most of the time. Now, if I was driving somewhere and it was toward the end of summer and driving past places that are farming and like harvesting wheat or something, whew, that that would tear me up. But I think the Flonase helps quite a bit. The first time I tried Flonase, I was having a full-on allergy attack. Nose was running, sneezing. My eyes were red and swollen and itching. And there was really bad traffic getting through town. I was just miserable. So I stopped at Rite Aid and got some Flonase. And it's a mist, but it's once a day. It's not like Afrin or something that you use every couple hours. And within 10 or 15 minutes, my allergy attack was going away. Scotch bonnet, okay. Yeah, I love any spicy stuff. If you have a sore throat, get some soup or broth or tea or coffee and put some ground cayenne pepper in it. And while I would have always thought that spicy stuff would hurt your throat if you have a sore throat, I actually one time it said I took a test at a urgent care and they said it was negative for strep. I think that was a false negative because it was the worst sore throat I'd ever had. And I hate Sucrets and I hate Chloraseptic, the spray for your throat. It was so bad. It was agony every time I swallowed. No, it won't. Got to be a little more specific than that. We looked up home remedies for sore throats since the Sucrets and Chloraseptic weren't working. And it said raw garlic and cayenne and honey. And I think we put ginger in there too. And the only thing that helped was spicy. So some tea with cayenne brewed into it, or if you don't have ground cayenne, just use crushed red pepper. Some. Okay, I'll give it a shot. But yeah, crushed red pepper or ground cayenne, either put into broth or soup or brewed in with tea and fresh ginger and honey is very good for your throat. It's also like he says healthy for coughs and colds, but it definitely helps with your throat, and the spicy also makes your nose run, so it helps clear out your sinuses. So sip some hot tea or broth or soup with crushed red pepper. And if I'm using crushed red pepper, I will use like a cheesecloth, or if you have a tea ball, one of those tea strainers for loose leaf tea, you can put crushed red pepper in that and use that to steep the crushed red pepper into whatever it is you're drinking. And that stuff is like magic for a sore throat. You never know what you're going to get on my streams. Here I am talking about healthy stuff and where I'm traveling and microphones, like I'm doing a tech review. And oh, Gav, I heard that you are a troll. If you cause any problems for me or Chi in here, I will ban you, so be good. Interesting. Little administrative. Yes. Chi knows you. Oh, really? I know who you are, Gav. Your day is over. Just do something else. Find someone else. Chi and I are together. That's not going to change. You blew it, my dude. So you can just go. Bye. Do. You're banned, doofus. Chi, thank you for letting me know. Obviously, he can still read, but he cannot chat. And if you come up with any others that I need to know about, any other trolls or alternate accounts from that individual, please let me know immediately so that I can demod if I've given them mod and kick them out. Man. What is with people? You blew your shot. You're done, dude. Just deal with it. Get a life. I'm going to treat Chi better than you ever did. Hi, Nico. Sana'o. Yeah, he's been in here for a bit, and I didn't really see that he had a... If it doesn't look like somebody has a channel, then I assume they are a new, possibly troll account, or they're just a viewer. And it's not that I don't value people that are just viewers and not YouTubers, but there's no reason to give them moderator if I don't know them or they don't have a channel. Hi, Neko. It's not at Ash this time. He's sleeping. He's laying on the ground in the grass next to me, happy. He's a good baby. And then we're down to 2 viewers. I guess I could have left him, let him stay. He was helping my watch hours, but whatever. He gone now. You go. You go now. Whoops. Premiere. Are you sure Jasper's video isn't premiering right now? I think it is. Overstay's also got a new video coming out. What's wow? You can either respond here or in alternate chat. It's just a premiere. Yeah. Right, but I was trying to get an idea. All right, Kuburn, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you helping me out with my watch hours, buddy. No, so what is so if he's premiering now, that probably means he'll go live at 9 a.m. So, but it still gives me about another half hour. But I'm going to assume he'll go live at 9 instead of 9:15 and 9:30. I just try and keep an eye out for all of that stuff. That's interesting. I have so many questions. Sorry for my stuffy nose. I wonder how Gav got here. There's only 2 watchers, so that's probably you and Kubran. Looks like Ben left and is crying. Uh-oh, now it's 1, so maybe she lost internet again. That's okay. Watch hours are good. So I'm happy to be on here. I'm getting to hang out with people, so that's fun. It's allergies, but the spicy has helped clearing it a bit. So it may make my nose run, but that's good because then I sound less clogged up. Yay, cheese here. I hope if he is bothering you in any way, you just constantly block him and let me know so that I can also block and be aware. That's interesting. Mine now. La 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 la. Cheese, the beautiful Filipina. Suck it, Gav. You're banned, doofus. Oh, we're up to 3. I wonder who's back now. Who we got? Who we got? We got 3 viewers. And now we got Chi. I don't know if it counts my secondary device or not. I don't think it does. So we have 2 other viewers. It's probably Gav listening in, or maybe prepping a new alternate account. I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing about it. I think it's kind of amusing. Some people have nothing better to do with their tongue than hassle people that they blew it with. You're sure as hell not gonna bother me in any way. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, 4. 4, 4, 4. I'm just clawing away at those watch hours, but it's fun too. It's crazy to think. Let's see. It's the 22nd of June. I'm probably less than 90 days from being in the Philippines. How awesome is that? So, you're listening here. I'm glad. Appreciate you always being in here, listening with me, hanging out with me. I can't see or hear you right now, but you get to hear me talk and jabber away about things. And when people bring up other topics, then you get to hear other things that I have to say. But when you listen to somebody for hours too, you get a better feel for them, I believe. And I act the same way all the time. The times that I act differently, I probably just need food. So that's the pro tip, Chi. If I'm grumpy, the best thing to do is give me food, particularly protein. Meat, chicken, eggs, fish. Give me some food, or ask me if I need to eat, and give me eating something and give me like 15 minutes, and then I'm happy again. So I get low blood sugar, or I get hungry, and I get hangry. Maybe not necessarily angry, so not really hangry, but I may get a little on the spicy, testy side when I'm hungry, and sometimes I don't always recognize that I'm hungry, but once I have identified that the last couple of years, I try and keep snacks around, even if it's meat sticks or protein bars or something. And if I get upset, I try and think about why. So are you. So if we get grumpy, we just need to feed each other some food. Protein is the best. Before I would just do like a granola bar or something, but I found the absolute best thing is a protein bar, a protein shake, or some meat, or like a meat stick or something. and I don't need anybody playing into what meat stick I mean. I love Land Jaeger sausage sticks. Those are so good. I don't know if I'll be able to get them over there unless I ship them in. But they do ship them on Amazon. So if I can ship them in the Philippines, oof, I bet you would love those. Oh my goodness. And they're made local here in Washington. They started at Pike Place Market, which is like a very worldwide known kind of a farmer's marketish thing in Seattle. I think during COVID, when things were shut down, they had to move the main manufacturing over to Kent or somewhere. But their meat products are amazing. And they're on the a bit more expensive side. But I've gotten the Land Jaegers from other companies, and they're not nearly as good. There's another one that I like, but I can't find it very often. 3, 2, keeps going up and down. Wish I could see live stats. I don't think I can. I don't know what that button does. Oh, that's a highlight. Oops. I don't know what that did. I know what these do. How about that? Got the dream. Normal. Yeah. If I get really antsy, I probably need to eat, and I may need to recognize that I need to go use the CR and pee. Sometimes I wait for a couple hours needing to pee and not realizing I need to pee, and it makes me a little antsy. Oh. But I'm old enough, I've learned enough about myself over the years. It's taken me way too long to figure it out, but I'm learning learning things about myself to self correct and regulate better. And my family and friends and coworkers have seen how much better I've been doing the last year, especially since I started looking at moving to the Philippines, and they've said that they've seen such a good improvement in me as far as I'm not as grumpy at work, my anxiety's less. I'm just happier, smiling more, communicating more. I used to be much more just go to my desk and basically leave me alone unless I have work to do. But now I have people are usually like, oh boy, I need to get away from Greg because he's talking about the Philippines again and I'm tired of listening to it. That's okay. If they don't want to hear it, they can not listen or just ignore me, but it gets me excited and happy. So even just the knowing that I had a plan and was moving toward it has made such a big difference in my life. And it's funny because so many people thought I was just bula bula, that I was talking about going to the Philippines. Oh, he'll get tired of talking about it after a month or so. And it's been like 11 months now, and it's still my primary focus. Like almost every waking moment of the day is watching Philippines content, learning about the Philippines, things like that. And it just, even though I'm not there yet, it's affecting me in a very positive way and making me a happier person. So before that, I didn't know where I was going to move eventually. If I stayed till retirement at the shipyard, did I want to stay till retirement? But my parents might be gone by then. So moving to the Philippines, yes, I'm going to lose some time with my parents, but without selling the house, I had too many bills and I would have to make a lot of money to live down to. Uh-oh. Am I still connected? It said reconnecting for a moment. So to live down there in Oregon where my parents are at, I would have had to make a lot of money because of all my bills and stuff. So, and I was supposed to inherit the house, but once they pass and my dad's 81, my mom's just a few years behind him. Once they're gone, it's going to be as depressing to be there as it is here with divorces and things. So, and I'm burnt out of work, so I didn't want to stay here and keep working. I'm just tired of dealing with some of the stress and stupidness. So, yeah, I see that gesture. It will change your life for sure. It's magical. Yeah, it's already been magical just knowing how the people are. Because I'm good at like projecting, being somewhere else and running through my head what I want to do on a daily basis and what my daily life is going to be like. And Jasper has great information, and I like the way he talks, and I like the people that are in there and are talking and stuff. But if I'm being realistic about it, my daily life, really, I would compare it much more to Overstay Road. And everybody's like, "Oh, he's the harem guy or multiple girlfriends." I don't mean that, and I don't mean being drunk all the time. I mean his family life. They have a good time. They go see family. They have the kids. They cook outside. They hang out. He has tea parties with his daughter all the time. Like he said, like 4 or 5 tea parties with his daughter a day. That to me sounds so much fun. And that's the kind of happy, simple, content life that I'm going for. So if I can achieve that kind of family life that is at least portrayed on Overstay Road's channel, then I'll be super duper happy. And that's the kind of situation I want. So I think Chi agrees with me on that because she had been watching him too. We discussed that a bit. I think I know why sometimes my phone slows down. I have to, yeah, the beauty and the cost of living, unbeatable. I agree. If if Facebook Messenger is up, it is a memory and processor hog. So if I get a message, I got to make sure on my streaming phone that I check the chat head down and throw it away so that it's not bogging down my processor. And that's where if you have an Android phone, you want a flagship device, whether it's a flagship Pixel or Samsung. But I have almost every one of my Androids since my first one in 2010 has been a Samsung. The first one was a Droid X, which was Motorola. That's the only one actually that I think was not Samsung, because my second Android was a Galaxy Nexus, and that was a Samsung. Man, allergies, definitely a little clogged on the nose. Sorry for that. 46. I'll keep grinding until Jasper goes live, or until my phone is dying. Let me see where my 42%. I've got a while. Yeah, even if I was going over there with no Filipina, I mean, obviously everybody in Jasper's community knows that I would prefer to be with somebody and have a partner, but even going to the Philippines alone without a relationship, I would be just as happy. It's just even better having a sweet, beautiful Filipina waiting for me over there. And knowing what I know about the Philippines now, I wouldn't even choose Hawaii over the Philippines, even though that's still the US. So right now, there's nowhere else I would rather be in the world than the Philippines. How about that? I'm sure South America is nice, but that's not really my jam. My company commander in boot camp was a Filipino, and the one that was the second in command for company commander, he was from Guam. So Chamorro or something like that, I think is what they call people from Guam. But they both spoke Tagalog, and I was one of the only people that was going submarines in my recruit company, and I had to go off on my own quite a bit to work on my submarine physical or my security clearance. And so my height, where I would end up, I was almost always at the tail end because of where I was in the height line breakdowns for the different columns marching, and they would walk at the back of it. So they would be speaking Tagalog, blah, 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 Wagoneer, ha, ha, ha. So they were always plotting the worst possible place they could give me permission to leave the company to go work on my clearance or my sub-physical or whatever it was. And they were hoping that I was going to mess up in my marching or something that I did so that I would get what was called a stroke chit. And if you got one of those, then they would send you to, there was 2 early morning physical training things. One was called IT intensive training, and there was one that was even harder before that. And if you went to with MTU, I forget what MTU stood for, but that was like you didn't just mess up a little bit, it was like you were a disciplinary problem. And that was even earlier. But if you went to MTU, you did the MTU stuff, and then you did the IT intensive training stuff, and then you came back, got ready for the day, and went to breakfast and went to the schoolhouse. So you got less sleep, and they exercised the hell out of you with the Navy SEALs. I can't remember if IT was with the Navy SEALs. I know MTU was. So they kept trying to get me where I would get in trouble so they could send me to IT or MTU or both. And they were never able to do it. But many, 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 many times we'd be marching along and they're speaking Tagalog back and forth. And blah, 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 Wagoneer, ha, 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 ha. Like, we're going to fuck this guy up. Nope, didn't get me once. But he was a good guy. He was a first class qualified surface warfare and air warfare. And he was my introduction to the Navy. And then I've known other Filipinos, and there were always lots of Filipinos and Filipinos working on the bases. And they were always such smiling, friendly, warm people. I always had a good impression from them, a happy impression from them. I enjoyed engaging with them, even if it was just going through the galley and for a few moments. So I always liked them, and when I decided to look at something other than a Western woman, and I decided I wanted a Filipina and started looking at the Philippines, and then the cost of living being better and it being better to move to the Philippines than bring someone here. It was a natural fit. I mean, I've been around Filipinos for, end of September will be 30 years. And he gave me such a great start to my time in the Navy, trained me well. I mean, he took me from a teenager I was in decent shape, but I mean, I wasn't disciplined. I was just, you know, kind of a rowdy teenager, and turned me into a Navy sailor. And everything he taught me has helped me be a better sailor and just person for the last 30 years. So I never was able to find him again, but I always wished I could find him and thank him for that. So to me, it made me even more excited to learn about the Philippines and to choose to make that my new home. So that's some of the reasons I chose the Philippines. I never really considered Thailand. I love Thai food, but the language barrier is something that would bother me. You don't really have the language barrier because people learn English in the Philippines, and also the signage. But man, I heard some videos, and Jasper and I both bring it up in his lives, but man, most videos I've heard of Thai women speaking are, boof, I'm with Nawcad. I don't know what that is. Man, I couldn't deal with a Thai woman's accent. And maybe regular Thai is different than the Thai women that are around where expats and tourists are, but the ones that I've heard in the touristy expat areas are that would drive me nuts. To me, it's like Janice from Friends. Oh my goodness! If you haven't heard Janice, just look up YouTube Friends Janice and listen to a couple clips, and you'll quickly understand what I'm talking about there. But I find Filipina English accent very attractive. Also, the other one that I like is Japanese women. Their English accent is also very attractive. But there's actually a channel, and from what she said, it sounds like she's Filipina, but she speaks and looks like she's from Japan. So I'm not sure where she's from originally. But if she is Filipina, then she does a very good Japanese English accent. And she looks like she's from Japan. But I mean, obviously, she could still be from the Philippines. But I'll have to look up and see which one it is. She does some funny shorts. I don't know if I think she has long form videos, but I've only ever watched the shorts. But no, I'm not. Haven't tried talking to her. I'm not chasing her chi. Don't get no tempo, no jealousy needed. She's just kind of adorable to watch. They all talk similar. Yeah, sure. Oh, no. Oh, really? Yeah, a lot of the phrasing seems like it's probably specific phrases that are taught in school, and they learn other things, but there's definitely some that are taught and used, and it's not a bad thing. I think it's attractive and cute. All right, we got 4 minutes until 9 a.m. We'll see if Jasper goes live. I bet he does. So if Jasper goes live, I'll sign off. That's your Jaspers. That's me sometimes. Oh, really? Yeah. I've listened to hours and hours and hours of Chi talking, and I love it. So I already know I'm going to enjoy talking to her. And she sends me, I ask her for pictures when she says, I just woke up. And a lot of them were like, oh, I don't want to show you a picture. I look so haggard or something. I just woke up. No, I want to see what you look like and see that smile. So I know when I wake up in the morning and I look over and I see your smiling face just opening your eyes at me, then I know what you're going to look like. I know that makes her laugh. My phone is 38%. The nice thing is I am, with this new tripod, I'm able to use my phone cooler. So having Bluetooth on, having Wi-Fi on, my phone is not at all warm. When you guys say things like that, I have no idea what you're saying. So, oh my God, what? You gotta tell me what you're saying, oh my God, about. I like my little patch here, but it's always off to the side. That may be because I lay a certain way. And it looks like I got a stray yank. Nope, missed it. Missed it. Got it. Got the stray one going off the other way. You wake up like a witch. Looking like a witch or acting like a witch? Don't act like one to me. You can act like a witch to other people. Don't act like a witch to me. I'll set an alarm. Well, either I'll wake up long after you so you've gotten past it, or I'll make sure I wake up before you and wake you up with some coffee and eggs, hand that to you, and then wander off until you've had your little caffeine and protein to wake up. You don't look like a witch when you wake up. If you act like a witch, do it to anybody you want except me. Like when there's children, you want to be a witch to the children, go for it. Knock yourself out. Ooh, that last drink of coffee, definitely you can feel the spice in my nose. And I have a nice camouflage drink. Uh-oh, I'm dripping. Words that from a woman can either be good or bad, right, Jester? If a woman says, I'm dripping, that can be great, or that can be, uh-oh, emergency run to grab napkins or go to the store for products, lady products. Or dripping is basically announcing things are getting fun for a while. And now she is blushing, covering her face and saying, Hanako, sana all. Wow, 216. Maybe I'll go ahead and 37% of my phone. All right, I'll go ahead and call it for now. We'll see it, and I'll charge my phone back up. If Jasper hasn't gone live, I haven't had Cyan Mig or Red Horse. I need to see if they have it at Bevmo or Total Wine so that I can try them. From the sounds of it, I'm guessing I would prefer Red Horse, but we'll see. And a lot of people don't seem to know. I saw a guy that did a review of both. They're both, San Mig they're made by the same company. So, yeah, he's not live yet, but it's just now 18:01. So, if he's going to go live, it's probably somewhere in the next 29 minutes, unless he's really, really late. But my phone's down to 37%. So I'm going to end this stream, charge my phone up, and then I'll probably go back live at about somewhere between 9:30 and 9:45 again. but I do need to get my S23 Ultra charged back up, and I'm at 2 hours and 18 minutes, which is great. So if you guys come back, that's great. If not, no big deal. I'm just having fun hanging out, talking to people. It doesn't have to be a discussion or a topic. Just ask questions or talk about whatever, and it's fun hanging out. So I will catch you all again soon. What is Ash doing? I not go.